Hello and welcome to episode 115 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever is current in the industry. This week we have some pretty good topics. We have releases, and then we're also covering the new debut album of a new group, which we're pretty excited about. So, yeah. Anyways, as always, I'm joined by Nate.
First of all, most of y'all love to play. Get involved. Baby Boo, congratulations. Girls generation. Innovatin', shakin' and bakin', beatin' bass and time's a wastin'. Walk slow with it. I'ma get it. Give it up, break it down. Take your time, tone it down. Dog's back around. Don't you love that doggy sound? I bake the cake like, now make it shake like. Girl, you bad, everything I never had. I'm going out, why you showing out? Last of all, get involved. Go ahead, oh.
Beautiful.
Snoop Dogg, voice of a generation.
Beautiful.
Voice of a generation. So good.
What poetry
All right.
we're starting off the show with.
And also, as always, I'm joined by Andrew. Usually has three things.
So, really big breaking news, just into the Truly Daebak news desk. Apparently, Wooju Sonyo, Gongwon Sonyo, and the girl group of all girl groups, Sonyo Shide, are going to merge and become WJGWSNSD, or Cosmic Park Girls Generation. So, just really big news.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can't believe it's happening.
We were worried about Wooju
expected
Sonyo
this?
losing the C line, but at this point, I'm fine. Like if we're getting
They don't
that
need them
great.
anymore.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Chang Chao. Sorry,
How many
Mickey.
members are we at now? It's got to be over 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easily
it's
over
like-
20. It's
that's incredible.
like almost 30.
I'm trying
Something
to count
like
in my head.
Yeah, but that's incredible.
7 in GWSN.
That's
So, like
this is probably
26, I think.
This is probably the greatest girl group ever to exist. So I can't wait. I definitely can't wait for their first release.
Yep, it'll be fun.
Second,
Should be good.
It'll be fun.
Second on the list, exclusive breaking news. Under 19 is apparently the famous boy group show where the premise was they had members that were under the age of 19, and there's a new group debuting called One the Nine. They're deciding to make a spin-off show called Over 90, where all of the contestants are actually over 90 years old. So that should be interesting. I'd like to see
It's
what
going to be fun.
I'd like to see what these people can offer in terms of how they can be K-pop idols. And just closing it
The
off,
next trot star.
definitely. And before we end, actually, if you haven't seen,
Spin-off. K-pop's next, or Trot's next star. What is it? What's a K-pop star?
Yeah.
Trot star.
yeah, Trot
Yeah,
Star.
trot star.
So, number 3 is we actually got to see Avengers Endgame a bit early. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy, especially a particular
I don't
part.
think it lived up to the hype.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you liked
Yeah.
all Marvel movies, Nate.
I don't know. This one just kind of fell a little flat.
I mean,
Yeah, our expectations were just so high after
I think the
Infinity War,
problem-
it's just...
Yeah, exactly. And when Batman showed up, it just didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
like-
I mean, you
They
didn't
didn't even
appreciate.
introduce him before.
You didn't appreciate
Exactly.
they totally flipped the meme on its head. Thanos went up Ant-Man's ass instead. Don't you appreciate how much they love their fans? That they
It's
actually they went back to film that and everything.
Yeah,
it's just-
that's nice, but I don't know. It could have been better.
Okay. I mean, well, let us know what your thoughts on Avengers Endgame are in the comments below. So
Yeah.
those are my 3 things.
All right. And I'm Jacob, and I never have 3 things. Hashtag no blow note. Let's get into the first topic, which is a new debut. We're
Can I
pretty
read
excited
this? Who's
for.
reading? We didn't decide who's reading it.
Yeah, Nate, you seem to be the biggest
Nate,
fan.
you
Go
read
for
it.
it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we have a new group that debuted recently, a new K-pop group. So we're reviewing the debut album of Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. And we'll start off with the first track, which is called Paper Cut. And for me, like the beat and instrumentals entering the song are like a great way to set the tone for this album. It's got like a hip hop beat with synth line, and then it kind of drops into like hard rock. The rapper's verses are great. His name is Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
And then I like the choice to have their vocalist Chester. He does like a mix of like shouting and singing throughout the album. And I like for this song like the choice to mostly be shouting, but then like the last line where he says like beneath my skin, it has more like musicality to it. And yeah, the vocals during the bridge are like the really only actual singing part of the song. I like that they layer the vocals from the actual chorus onto it during the bridge. And then I thought the music video was kind of cool. Like it kind of showed like what the song was talking about, because like it's talking about having like a clean exterior and like a dirty interior, like personality wise and stuff. And so like they have the band in like this clean like hotel room, and then it transitions over to this like dirty basement room and like back and forth. I thought the choreography could have been a little bit better though.
Yeah. On my end, I mean, we've talked about like extensively how much we love rap rock, and I feel like and what I always wanted was for groups like Stray Kids to sort of start a trend, and I see that this is really starting a trend. I can definitely feel a lot of Stray Kids influence in this. And I definitely resonate with the song a lot because I hate paper cuts. I absolutely hate paper cuts, so I definitely make an angry song about how much I hate paper cuts. And I love the outfits, actually. I love the outfits. Like Chester's outfit's like really comfy. It's like this like tank top and like plaid pajama pants. Like he looks ready to go to sleep. So really, really amazing choice of outfits.
Yeah. So for me, I thought the heavy guitars, like complemented by the hip hop like record scratching, was a really interesting combo. Like similarly, we have like kind of a dichotomy with the presence of rap as well as scream singing, which is like mostly found in metal.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a different sound that I wish like we'd hear from more K-pop artists in the future. Like I think Stray Kids, like Andrew said, are going in the right direction, but I think this is it, like right here. This is where we're going.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see like Day6 try something like this.
Just to change it up.
Maybe, and you can even have like Changbin or someone like feature to do the rap stuff, like do much more harder
like
rapping.
Jay screaming, like
exactly.
Oh, I'm sure you can do it. Yeah.
Next we have One Step Closer. I love the guitar part that starts the song. There's also I like that like there was a ringing song that ended Paper Cut and it leads into this song. So it was a nice like continuation. I thought the intro guitar part is solid, like really solid hard rock line. And Chester's softer vocals like kind of contrast the instrumentals at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they build more into the chorus where you get the shouting. And I also like the little cut off soft, like everything you say to me part that's like really soft and kind of contrasted as well. I thought like the shut up part's a little repetitive. But the mix of like the hard rock and the scratching is really cool. Like you said, Jacob, it's nice to hear like that hip hop scratching mixed with hard rock. Music video's weird. It's got this weird like underground kung fu cult thing. They're like flying around and stuff. The choreo's much better because they can fly. It's much better than Paper Cut. But music video,
you can definitely see like the Luna influence that they can fly.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm in a weird place with this song where I like the video better, but I don't like the song better because the video is awesome. I think, and throwing back to Stray Kids, I think they filmed the same music video, or they filmed the music video in the same tunnel. In all honesty, you know that like that tunnel. Like literally everyone films in that tunnel, so no surprise. Yeah, I love like the whole like weird like kung fu cult thing. Like Chester's hair looks like Bowser from the Super Mario movie, so like really like interesting styling and everything. I think where this song kind of falls flat for me is just there's no line distribution. It's literally just all like Chester. Like, it's basically like a Chester solo song, but I like this line distribution in my songs, especially when it comes to like rap or the back and forth sort of thing. So if this had a better line distribution, I'd probably enjoy it more. So that's the only thing really. I still enjoyed the song.
Yeah, I agree. I like that we continued with the like rock hip hop fusion, but in more of like a familiar rock direction, I'd say, with this one.
Yeah.
One thing that definitely stood out was like the "shut up when I'm talking to you" section. It reminds me a lot of the "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me" part
Yeah.
from "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the
Yeah.
Machine.
Yeah.
So I definitely
Yeah.
see that influence, and it's interesting to hear that hear Rage Against the Machine make its way into K-pop. Like I never would have
Yeah.
expected
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so just pulling influences from all these different places. It's that. I mean, that's the essence of K-pop, just like merging all of it together. So
Yeah. Yep. Next we have "With You." And I thought I love the choice to like cut out the rock and just have the rap just be over our drum beat for this part. And then the hard rock drop comes in when Chester's like screaming happens. And then I like the idea that the chorus is an extended singing note with like a rap like a couple lines over it. And then also the bridge is introed by like a scratch solo. So I thought that was cool as well.
yeah, actually, that's probably my favorite part of the song. So they have a dedicated person playing the turntable. His name is Mr. Han. Awesome. I think he's the only Korean member of the group, which is pretty unique. Like,
That's
usually,
really interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, you usually at least have like half the group at least be Korean, but yeah, in this case, yeah, there's only one Korean, so that's pretty interesting. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I hope like having like dedicated like DJs becomes a really big thing in K-pop. I mean, the only other group that has like their own DJ would probably be what, like,
Epic High.
Epic High.
Epic High. Like that's
Makes
it
two
from.
cuts.
Yeah, that's really it. So it really needs to become more
Dedicated,
of a trend.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad they fixed the line distribution in this song, and again, I love how angry the guitars sound. So yeah, this one definitely was a huge step up over One Step Closer for me.
Yeah. So I really like that we started out with Mike's rap, and I think it like when Chester's like scream singing kicks in, I think to like anyone who has like heard the song, like in the future would be like instantly recognizable. And I like the back and forth trade that kind of goes on with both of them throughout the whole song. I think it's not a title track, but I think it definitely could have been one.
Oh, definitely could be a child track.
Or gotten a music video for it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Going back to the DJ thing, that would be cool to see Youngwon from Monsta X. Like they could like use him as dedicated DJ probably.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's starting to get into DJing now. So yeah, that'd be something he could do. Next we have Points of Authority. And I thought it was an awesome idea to use a scratch of someone breathing as the intro. And then the guitar comes in and like matches that exact same structure. That was really cool. And I like how soft the vocals and the verses are. But you can still like, you can hear the hate dripping off of Chester's voice. Like,
Yeah.
You can feel the emotion from it. I thought the rapping part was great. And the music video is just a concert compilation. There's not much to it, but you got to get those every once in a while. It's cool to see a new group like this already have so many live performances.
Yeah, like you see the crowds in this music video, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
They already have so many fans. It's like people are like, "Oh my God, Luna is so popular" when they debut, but like Linkin Park's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, seriously, they're
Selling out
definitely
stadiums, like
they're
instantly.
giving Luna a run of the front for their money. That's crazy. So I think this was a great follow up to With You again. He sort of brings over Mr. Han's like the whole like turntable scratching thing over.
Yeah.
I think what would make the song even better though is if they could like get like maybe a feature. Because, I mean, you know how K-pop's sort of, like, reaching over to the U.S. and America and everything? Like, maybe they should think about collaborating, you know, like how, like, Steve Aoki does a lot of stuff, or all these, like, DJs. Maybe they can get, like, another rapper featured, maybe someone like Jay-Z. Like, I know he really is, like, a well-traveled sort of person, and he has fans all over the world. So maybe they should consider working with someone like Jay-Z in the future with their music.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
So I thought the whisper breathing thing, the thing they used into like kind of keep the tempo of the song, I thought that was really interesting. Once again, like we get the record scratching and heavy guitar combo. Like I think this is definitely one of the things that like sets them apart from other K-pop groups. So I think I hope they definitely experiment more and expand upon this combination.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think for you guys were saying like they're giving Luna a run for their money for like crowds. Like I think they're gonna give Cosmic Park Girls' Generation a run for their money too.
Oh, definitely.
The group's gonna have a big crowd, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to beat this.
Yeah, that might be the new like Big Bang versus like Girls' Generation or something like that. Like in
Yeah,
terms
exactly.
of like,
Yeah, totally.
for like the power struggle in K-pop.
Yeah. Next we have Crawling. For me, I think this is the second best instrumentals on the album. It's got such a cool synth line, and the contrast between like the chill beat and the singing for the verses, and then the screaming and hard rock choruses. You guys know I like dichotomy in my music, so
Yeah.
like I think this song's a great showcase of that. And I like how also because like the chill part of the chorus, the last two lines of it leading into the verse, Chester screams like the so insecure part. I thought that was a cool way to lead into the more intense verses. Music video is like pretty dark. Honestly, like it shows like a domestic abuse victim and like showcasing the fear and self-hatred the song's expressing. So I thought the music video was really good.
I just want to highlight specifically in the music video. God, Mike Shinoda is so multi-talented. He's like a rapper. He can produce. I know he's involved in the production of the songs, and he's actually like playing the guitar in this song in particular. So just man, like we're always like, oh, stand talent, but like this guy is legitimately talented. So he's probably gonna give like Jun So Yeon a run for her money in terms of just like incredibly
or
talented.
Bangtan.
Yeah, in terms of incredibly talented, like producing idols. So,
Yeah.
I think also another thing we have to like really give like credit for is just Chester's like the super raspiness of his voice. Like we always like go on and on about like raspy voices, but there's nothing like Chester's voice in K-pop at all. Like this is like it's definitely going to be recognizable when you hear a Linkin Park song. You're gonna know, okay, yeah, that's them because you hear Chester's voice. So that's really cool. Again, it's so hard to find any originality or anything that separates you in K-pop these days. So that's something I think they should really play on or just play up. Also, in terms of the music video, I love like sort of like this glass, like sort of like ambiguous sort of background thing. It kind of reminds me of the music video for EXO's History. Like they got that kind of like same. I think SM had like a similar stage where they have like this random like glass background. I think they might have used it in I think SNSD might have used it in one of their music videos too. So yeah, just throwing it back kind of with these sort of box MV style sets.
Yeah. So I like that it started off with like soft electronic beats, and then it like gently built into the like initial like really super intense chorus. Like I think the thing I love the most about the song is like Chester's soft vocals in the verses are like what really set it apart, because there's like this stark contrast between like his emotions, intense emotions in the chorus, and then the vocals in the verses being so like I guess like calm and sentimental sounding.
Yeah, I know that's the really big thing for you being a fan of like Foo Fighters and that sort of thing. The sort of like soft verse, loud chorus dynamic.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Always a good idea.
Yeah. Next we have Runaway. I love like the underwatery synth sounds. And I like the chorus, even though it's just Chester, there's like some call and response to it. And it's interesting because like the verses have some of the cleanest vocals on the whole album. But then it contrasts to the bridge, which has some of like the hardest parts and like straight screamo. So yeah, this song I feel like has like the most like it goes to the far ends of both like the cleaner singing and the like more intense screamo singing.
I'm just really glad that they're sort of like pulled inspiration from there's an old rock band with like Joan Jett and everyone called the Runaways, and there's also like a Marvel superhero group called the Runaways. So it's really cool to see them pull inspiration from all these different places like that. So yeah, that's probably the coolest aspect I found about the song. Jacob?
Oh, it's my turn. All right, yeah. So in this song, one thing that really stood out to me was like the almost aquatic sounding instrumental. I thought that was really interesting. I think it makes for like overall the like texture, I guess, feels really nice, and I love that kind of experimentation as far as like sound space and stuff like that goes.
Yeah. Next, we have By Myself. I thought there was a great industrial sound at the beginning of the song, and it leads into a more like chill, mysterious, like sci-fi synthy part for Shinoda's, like Mike Shinoda's rap section. With like really short guitar lines to cut it up before the chorus happens. And then pre-chorus brings back that industrial sound with Chester screaming. But then during the chorus, it's more musical, like, or there's more like melody to the vocals. So yeah, I thought this is like great, like build up, and like kind of ebb and flow of like more chill stuff and more intense stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, speaking of intense, man, the intro on this song might be like some of it's probably the best intro I've ever heard. In all of K-pop, just like how hard like intro goes in, like again, like they really might be giving Stray Kids a run for their money in terms of just like how hard some of these songs go. Like, I'm just really glad it's just making a trend, or just making sort of like a. I'd love to see like the style of music be just as proliferated as like Latin inspired songs, or just like tropical house. Like really, let's make this the next trend in K-pop.
Yeah. I think for me, I thought Mike Shinoda's rap in this song really stood out. It was also interesting to hear like Chester do a little bit of rapping like in response, during like the chorus. And yeah, again, the rap and rock combination is so good, and I really would love to hear other artists like tackle this style. I think, like as far as hip hop goes, I think that'd be one way to definitely set yourself apart from other artists, is by using more like heavy guitars instead of just these like hi-hat ridden, beats that everybody uses.
Yeah, your normal trap beats. Next we have In the End. So this is the single on the album. And I think it's got such an amazing like piano line and beat, and like a great rap over the like synth and piano line. Like this is like exactly what I like to hear with the hip hop type stuff. And I like how Chester's like echoing clean vocals are layered over the rap. And then the chorus kind of lets him like belt it out, but he doesn't go too much into screaming. And then the outro with the scratching the piano line just to end it off is fantastic. Like overall, I think this is like fantastic mix of instrumentals, rapping, vocals. It's definitely my favorite song. And I think it was a perfect choice for the single. Yeah. And then I love there's actually 2 music videos for this. The main one, it's got like this cool sci-fi aesthetic with like a weird statue in the middle of this desert planet that they're performing on, and like starts raining, they come to life. It was cool. And then the other one uses this new anime called Naruto. So like it's interesting to see them collab with like a Japanese anime.
Yeah, again, I think we should have more like Korean and Japanese like collaborations. I mean, we're big fans of Produce 48 and that sort of thing, so that's actually really cool for them to do that. This is easily their best song. Like just the way that it's that perfect blend of just like being a really intense song, but very just like lax and mellow in the same sort of way. Yeah. That second music video I really, really love. It fits perfectly, I feel, for the song, because the show like Naruto, like I feel like the biggest part of it is just like they're just like it's about these people that like they care about each other, but then they like fight at the same time. So it's just a perfect like description of the two of the main characters in the anime. It's just like they constantly fight, and like in the end, and nothing even matters. Like it's a perfect like description of the anime. So I feel like I hope we can see more of these collaborations. I hope that I hope that it really makes a difference in that sort of way. So yeah, this is easily my favorite song from them.
Yeah. This is like as Nate said, this was the title track, and I think it's easily going to be the most like iconic song from this album.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think it might have gotten an all kill upon release. I'm pretty sure it shot to number 1 on all the charts.
It did too, yeah.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this got an all kill, because I mean, this is just it's like nothing we've ever seen before. So
yeah, like the piano intro is like instantly recognizable, and like. I guess I think honestly, like after a few listens, like anyone who has ever heard this song would like instantly get hyped as soon as they hear the do 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 do. Yeah, like it's just
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, it's
Um,
incredible.
and also Chester's vocals in the chorus, they're so good. They convey the emotions like perfectly, and I think they pair it so well with Mike's like extremely catchy rap verses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song. Next we have A Place for My Head. I thought this was a really awesome guitar intro. It gives off like a Western or like a Latin vibe. And then the drums and like scratching come in to give it some more intensity. And then when Mike Shinoda's rap part comes in, the electric guitar gets a lot more prominent. It was just a really cool build up for an intro. And I love the whispering part for the bridge with like the no instrumentals. And that leads into like Chester's doing this whispering part where he's repeating the same line, and then it just goes off and he starts screaming that same line with like really hard instrumentals. I thought that was really cool. And then overall, like with the chugging guitar and the beat leading into Shinoda's rap verse were really, like for the outro, was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we see like acoustic songs on every like K-pop group album. I mean, like that's kind of a sort of standard thing, but this might be like the angriest like acoustic intro song I've ever heard. Yeah, it's super like angry and intense in that sort of way, and I love the energy that they bring to their music like that. And I wish more K-pop groups could be like that in terms of just delivering like message or intent through the way that they perform their music like this. So yeah, there's a lot that can be learned from songs like this.
The first thing I noticed in the song was like how the guitar riff they used in the beginning was like extremely similar to the piano intro for In the End. It kind of just has like some more like intermittent note, beats in between. I think this is probably the most like rap heavy song on the album in my opinion, but I think it works really really well with the heavy guitars. Again, like I wish we'd hear it more often in hip hop anyways. So I'll always welcome that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Next we have Forgotten. And I think it's another great example of dichotomy with the intensity of the verses and chorus, but then having these short rap sections that cut out the hard rock and give some more like chill piano and scratching. And the drums are a lot more muted as well. And then I love the mix of screaming and like melodic nature of Chester's vocals during the chorus. And I thought it was a great idea to end it with just some clean vocals as well.
I mean, I know we were talking about like the transition between In the End and A Place for My Head, but I think the transition between A Place for My Head and Forgotten is just as good, because it ends off with, like A Place for My Head ends up with like that scratch, and then it goes straight into the drop of Forgotten. Just awesome transition. Again, we always rail about we always praise when K-pop groups actually make their albums proper albums, and it's not just like a bunch of smattering of singles. Like the way that they transition from song to song in this it really should again just like be an influence on other groups to just think more, or just other companies to think more about how they arrange the albums that sort of way, because it's so impactful. Just like how one song just transitions perfect, almost seamlessly into one. Like when you first listen to this, you think like, oh, it might just be one really long song with like an awesome like drop part at the towards the latter half. So that again, just like the way that it's masterful the way that they sort of arrange that.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting again with the dichotomy between like the very like punk rock sounding like chorus and beginning section with the more like soft old school hip hop vibe and like Mike's rap verses. I think that's definitely the main thing I like in this song, that it's kind of again it's not afraid to combine different styles that are seen as vastly different, but like if you think about like their origins and what their sort of ethos is about, they're very similar, and I think it makes sense putting them together. So
next we have Cure for the Itch, and I'm glad they gave Johanna a song, going from all this like hard rock and hip hop, focus on a straight like instrumental scratch track. It's got a great mix of like beat, piano, a bunch of different instruments, and a bunch of different samples as well. And it's got a cool like artsy music video that mixes well with the type of song. I think Johan definitely bias wrecked me during this song.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely. Because I mean, I think my bias is probably Mike, but like, yeah, definitely Mr. Han is completely bias wrecking me. And with this, I think this would be awesome live. And just imagine the choreography that you can make to a song like this. I think that would just really take it over the top.
That'd be really cool.
So hopefully the rest of the members get single or solo tracks as well. So kind of like how Mamamoo did their whole like seasonal thing where each of the members got their own solo for each of the albums. So that'd be cool if they make that a sort of theme going in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like the sound effects used in the intro with like the talking and then the
yeah.
and it was and then we get right into the record scratching. I think this is definitely the most like old school hip hop styled song on the album, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of like smoothly like over time sort of transitions into more like orchestral feeling throughout the song. So I thought that was really awesome.
And finally, we have Pushing Me Away. I love the instrumental on this track with like the pulsing synth and the melodic synth line leading into the guitar, having like this really good melodic line. I think all this fits well with Chester's like super clean vocals. And I like the layering of the vocals and rap for the lead into the chorus. But yeah, this is probably my favorite non-single on the album. Other than In the End, it's probably my favorite song.
Yeah, I think what makes this song perfect is one, where it's placed, and two, it's kind of like, because of where it's placed, it's almost like a reprise or sort of it's similar to In the End in that sort of way. So it's kind of like they're bringing it back to that song. So I love when they do. I love when they refer back to previous songs and like how they sound and like still kind of mixing it up. So just a great way to end the album, in all honesty. So again, just going on about how like organizing albums perfectly like that is just, it just adds so much to the listening experience. So just they really blew me away on this one.
Yeah, I thought the vocals on this track, which is interesting, they sounded more like low fidelity than other tracks, which I think give it a lot more of a raw feeling. So and the chorus, by the way, was really, really catchy. So overall, I think this is an awesome conclusion to an amazing album.
Yeah, same.
So scores?
So yeah, that's it. We'll get into scores now. For me, I just gave it a 10 out of 10. I think all the music's fantastic. The choreo could have been a little bit better, but I think the music videos make up for it, especially the one with Naruto. That collaboration was really cool to see. And I love the album art. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I just had to give them 10 out of 10.
On my end, I'm giving it a 6 out of 9 for music, 4 out of 20 for concept, so that is a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, just everything's
definitely
perfect. Everything is just, like, the way that they are able to, like, mix rap, rock. Jacob, hold on.
You ruined it.
Oh, God. The way that they're able to mix rap and rock is incredible, and I hope other people definitely take influence from this.
Yeah, so for me, I was close to giving it a 10, but like Nate said, I think the choreography was kind of lacking. So I gave them full points for music. Like, every song on the album is awesome. I think could easily be a single on any other album. And so for concept, again, like, the music videos are awesome, especially the Naruto collaboration. And all the music videos were cool. The album was set up really well with track lists. Again, cool album art. But again, they could use some work in the choreography department. So, 9.5 out of 10.
You give it? 9.5. You ruined the Throbbingly Daebak album.
Yeah, we could have given it a Throbbingly Daebak.
But I need to see more in the concept department.
They do need some work. I can see giving it.
But it's okay. Like, this is an amazing debut. So I'm excited 100%. To hear their next album.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we didn't get any notes from Cooper. He didn't have time to give us his notes. Unfortunate, because I kind of wanted to see what he thought of this album on this new group.
I mean, I'm sure he'll like them. I'm sure he'll like the group.
I think
he loves all boy groups. So
he loves Stray Kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And he loves new boy groups. So Yeah, so that's it for our review of Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory. It's a new debut. Definitely check it out. It's an amazing debut, amazing new album. If you love Stray Kids, check it out. It's very influenced by them.
It's like basically Stray Kids, but like amplified times 10.
Oh, yeah, and that's all we wanted,
exactly.
basically. So let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. What was your favorite song? Definitely know who your favorite member is, who your bias is.
Your bias.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I feel like there could be some
I think
really
my
intense
bias
arguments.
is probably Chester, personally.